Resident Evil is getting a reboot, and today they just announced some of the casting for it, so we'll talk about that. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Okay, so let's pull up this Deadline article that says Resident Evil Reboot, Kaya Scodelario, Robbie Amell, Hannah John-Kamen, Neil McDonough, and more to star in origin story adaptation. Okay, so they're going back to the start, obviously, the origin story, and hopefully that it's going to be based more on the games. And I think there is a quote here that the director came up with that we'll take a look at. But yeah, there's Kaya right there. There's the dude, and there's the Hannah John-Kamen. She's going to be Jill Valentine right here, the one on the far right, and Kaya is going to be Claire Redfield. Okay. All right. I don't know if you know who these people are. Kaya was in that movie Crawl last year with the alligators. That was really a lot of fun. And she was also in the Maze Runner series with Will Poulter and Dylan O'Brien. Yeah. So some people may recognize her. She's good, though. She's a good actress. So looking at who is going to be playing Jill Valentine, is going to be the girl, this girl who played Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So she's got the ability to do some action. I don't know if that's going to be that. That's Jill Valentine. Imagine if she looked like that. Okay, so let's just pull up the movie web article here, and it just says pretty much the same stuff. And it had some quotes here that I wanted to go through with the director, who did 47 Meters Down, and I think he did a little bit of some work. He did direct Strangers Prey at Night. Okay, so his work is meh, but he's got a pretty interesting take. In a quote, he says, "With this movie, I really wanted to go back to the original first two games and create the terrifying, visceral experience I had when I first played them, whilst having this at the same time telling a grounded human story about a small dying American town that I feel both relatable and relevant to today's audiences." So it's going to be a little bit like Silent Hill, I guess. Is that the way? If that's the way that the first two games went, I just remember the guy turns into one of the monsters, right? Okay, after a dozen games, 6 live-action movies, and hundreds of pages of fan fiction, we felt compelled to return to the year 1998, so it's going to take place in the 90s, to explore the secrets hidden in the walls of the Spencer Mansion and Raccoon City. Okay, so they're really going back to the original game, and I figure that's sort of interesting news, because I kind of like the first Resident Evil with Mia Jovovich, but the last 3 or 4 were just complete trash with that flashy cut. Like, each cut was like 1 second long, if a little shorter, and the action was just so blurry you couldn't tell what was going on. So I hope they don't go that route. But it's some interesting casting news for the Resident Evil Reboot. Some movie news there for you guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Does some of this stuff catch your eye? I'm kind of curious about this project. I'll have to keep my eye out for it. All right, let's continue on with some more movie news.